different mediums here, and you can think, what is a medium?
Material?
Not. God, I've got yesterday on the brain.
Is there anyone there?
It was nobody
Not
there.
this morning, no.
Anyway, we've got gold leaf here, and I'm going to show you that. But the medium is a glue that gold sticks to. And we're using a modern adhesive these days.
An easier version.
It is easier than using traditional gesso because that can take weeks. You need to make it with plaster. And there's people like Nina. Instant. And this will, apart from the drying time, I'm going to show you some letters and the medium, and then you're going to have to go back to your seats and come back again in 10 minutes because it needs to dry.
Oh, 10 minutes?
Well, yes, 10, 15 minutes because it needs to dry.
Yeah.
Because if you don't let it dry, then it's not going to work. We have these in the cupboard. Anyone can use them at any time. We have gold leaf. Anyone can use it any time. And there's different ways of using this ormeline. You can use it for versal letters. Now, the reason why it is pink is so we can see it, because usually if it's pure white and you're working on a paper, you can't actually see it. But
And so that's just a bit of red paint, isn't it?
yes.
It is.
What I'm going to do is I'm drawing a letter. I'm doing the E. So let me grab it. And then you fill it by pressing here. You could do this part with a brush, but if you lean there, you see it will fill up. Can you see how that's... Look at that. Yeah?
Oh, this is versal.
Yeah. I'm doing different letters in different alphabets so you can see.
So you're just flooding the outline.
I am
But
flooding
versal's
it.
easier, isn't it, to flood than the...
It is. It is.
If you did foundational, I don't know.
Well, we're going to try that as well. And we're doing an E for Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
But it could be any letter. So what I've done is draw with the nib, right? As opposed to directly give you a shape with the nib. I'm going to do that as well. But we're going to use different mediums. And as you can see, this is called ormeline gilding medium. Because sometimes you would go into a shop and you'd say, I want a medium. And you can't quite understand why they don't use glue or adhesive. Because that is the reason that is used. So you can paint anything. You can use a brush. You can paint flowers. You could do anything at all. But I'm now going to do some tiny letters, especially for Nina, to see if it works at a small scale. In fact, I shall...
No, thank you.
I'm deliberately doing a very thin letter shape. So, because we know that will work with the glue, because there's a lot of it. But this, it may not. And it just so happens that the pen holder is pink as well.
We know it works with ruling pens because we've tried that before, so that's quite a thin line.
And a little dot. And what you could do is have a dot in a different colour. You could think dots. This is when I get carried away. A dot in a different... Dot. Dots in different colours. So therefore, you can write or paint anything. So can you see that that's what... So with your E, you would be able to... But you could do it with a brush or a pen.
It has to be very, very fine brushes.
Yes, very fine. But it will ruin a good brush. You will have to wash it out straight away. Yeah, if you use sable, it sort of can ruin it.
It will.
I think that did ruin it.
Yeah.
And then I wash that out straight away. I'm going to try...
Yeah, but you fill it in with...
This nib has been used before, so it may go a funny colour, but you won't see that, because once the gold's on...
Yes.
And we're making sure it works. And these nibs have been worn in by someone, and they are absolutely fantastic.
Is that an oblique, Nib?
It's not.
No.
You would
There
think
isn't a
the only word I could think of is my name.
Yes.
Child at school.
If they were all sitting down working like this on their, with their little desks,
I
it
need
would be-
loves.
Yeah.
Fred.
It's funny you to say that. Now, such a small, a little idea you could do with that, love, is the fact you could then take your other nib. Do you know what I'm going to do?
A heart.
You know. And then you could put a heart up there. How good is that? Do you see how these, once you can write with, when you've got the control of these pens, because cartoonists draw on these. No, you can, you get used to the control of it. And you can put diamond shape. We've got diamonds on the brain as well these days, haven't we, with our Jubilee book. So we could have a diamond. Or we could have music notes. Where's Jean when we need her?
Where's the
And
monitor?
Katie.
Oh, Katie.
She did music notes, didn't she?
Yes.
What kind of music note are you after?
A crotchet.
Well, no, don't
there's
say that.
Katie.
A semiquave?
I know about music notes.
Oh,
Look,
Obviously, being
See?
an opera singer.
of course. Are you?
Of course.
I didn't know you were an
That was
opera
my
singer.
yeah until I got MS.
Did you?
Yeah.
You see, we can all add something to this class, can't we? Everybody here. I've always
Or an
said that
opera
this class
singer.
could run the country because we have such a lot of wide range. Now, what we're going to do is let that dry. You must immediately, because we don't want to ruin Nina's Nina.
Annie, last night or the night before, I bought a